I'm Mitra Sorrells in the PhocusWire studio with Sindhu Shekharan. She is head of customer success for travel, hospitality, and transportation at Sutherland. Welcome.
Thank you.
So let's start by talking about what you are seeing in relation to agentic AI and conversational AI and how they are reshaping the customer experience landscape for airlines and travel operators, thinking about the next, let's say, 3 to 5 years.
Oh, that's a great question. And that's a journey that we're really going on, right? I mean, AI and human is like a partnership. AI is only going to augment humans. And I keep telling everyone, AI makes human more valuable, right? And it's a journey that all of us will go on in some way or the others. It's all about personalizing that conversation and knowing where AI really holds a role and where does human comes into the picture, right? AI and agentic AI both are going to transform the travel industry. We're already seeing a lot of changes. Technology is evolving every day.
Yeah.
How do you make sure that you pick up the right technologies and be able to support your customers? Because in our case, as Sutherland, as an organization, we see a lot of our clients want to be on that journey, but they don't know where to start, right? Because of the internal challenges, the operational challenges that they say. So I think we help them guide that journey for them, create roadmaps for them, say which are those low-hanging fruits that you should target and how quickly should you be able to get results out of that, and that's where I see that it's really evolving and the industry will go through a lot of change.
So you just mentioned their operational challenges. I'm curious, what would be some of the biggest operational challenges that organizations are facing when they're looking at adopting AI-driven automation at scale? And tell us a bit more about how you work to help them overcome those challenges.
Yeah, I mean, starting with legacy systems, right? I mean, fragmented systems, there's no one view of a customer. There's a lot of organizational resistance to AI, right? I mean, people are not trained on AI. They think AI is going to take away jobs. So the acceptance within an organization is a lot more. So technology is one part of it, which is a big challenge. The other part is adoption internally, which we see a lot of resistance to, and also the fact that everybody wants to build. They don't want to partner, right? Yeah. And you're not ready for that build. Everybody's not ready for it. So you need to leverage the experts where required to be able to build this rather than try to partner this rather than try to build all of this. And as Sutherland, we've helped a lot of our customers in evolving these customer journeys. So for a leading online travel agency, we created the complete customer journey of the demographics of a customer, personas of customers. What is it that they really want, right? Because every age group has a different preference.
Yeah.
Who wants to go digital, who does not want to go digital.
Right.
Where do you bring in human in the loop, right? And where do you kind of create that balance for them? We've been able to create success stories, and pretty much 30% of it is self-service because till a certain stage, everybody wants to be able to do that. I personally would say I like to talk to a human, right? Maybe it's just the age group, right? That I really want to talk to a human rather than talking to a robot or an AI. So I think it's preferences, and we've been able to guide that journey to be able to develop these kind of stories for our clients today.
Okay, so you're touching there a bit on some of the complexity related to kind of the digital assistants, the human assistants, touch points. What are some best practices that you might recommend to create more of a seamless channel orchestration, personalization?
Yeah, I think to start with is to create one view of a customer. When you see that one view of a customer, it just becomes easier for you to see what their channel preferences are.
Yeah.
Very rarely do you see customers asking you, saying, what's your preferred channel of communication? You need to start asking those questions to be able to say, hey, I only want a message. I don't want to talk to somebody, right? So we need to start documenting that information to say, how do you personalize these journeys? How do you create frictionless experiences for customers? How do you make sure that at every stage, which are the moments of truth, like you kind of map a customer journey to saying, this is my moment of truth. I really did not enjoy this experience, and we do an extensive amount of work in trying to map these reviews, customer experiences, talk to a lot of our customers to say, hey, how would you like to be treated, to be able to develop these journeys. So there is a lot of method to the madness rather than just trying to kind of create a story because everybody's doing it.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. It's a lot of listening and trying to.
Yes, absolutely. It's not like one size fits all. No, you need to customize it, personalize it for
sure. So I guess then I would ask, how do you really foresee the future when we think about the human agent roles evolving and with AI in these high-touch travel service environments? I mean, what is your outlook there?
I think it's empowering the agents. Every technology or every solution that at least Sutherland is creating is, how do I make my agents smarter, better, and more efficient? And how do I make my customers' life much easier, right?
Yeah.
So you need to upskill your teams. You need to tell them the importance of self-service and where you come into the picture. The role of a human actually evolves through this whole journey,
Right.
and it's an experience that people are realizing there's value in what they're doing. Agents are becoming more like consultants. They're advisors rather than somebody who's just kind of starting from scratch and trying to do the basic stuff. So it's moving from tactical to a strategic role for an agent. We're doing a lot of upskilling of our agents to say, how are they digitally savvy? Do they understand AI? Where does AI come in? So that there's less resistance and openness to AI. So it's educational. And also to say, how do we create purpose for them by saying, how does their roles evolve rather than
Right.
just doing what they're doing today?
It's certainly an interesting time, isn't
Absolutely.
it?
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Well, Sindhu Shekharan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.